how communities communicate, how they share information within themselves, can be chaotic. It can be ineffective, inefficient. Well, obviously this is a problem. As one possible approach to solving this, there might be a set of principles on how communication can be applied to a community, involving all the different ways we communicate or multiple modes of communication. Much like how with, say, engineering principles or turn into applied engineering, which results in a nice bridge or freeway. As part of this pioneering approach involving multiple modes of communication being applied to a community, Chattanooga State Community College, in the summer of 2011, held a class on community communication. My name is Philip Luckey. I taught that class, and this is a summary of what we did. The class itself was a combination of lectures, discussions, the students writing essays and creating videos, conducting field research in the living laboratory of the Chattanooga area, reading the textbook Better Together by Robert Putnam, and case studies, where each week we would look at a different example of community communication, and the personal case study that each student developed over the 10-week course. Here are the 7 weekly case studies that we looked at. The Info Dojo, the idea of a community space or event where people could learn how to communicate better. The Stand, the Chattanooga effort, which over this period of 18 months became the world's largest known community survey effort.
5 months' time, we collected over 26,000 surveys. What I'm trying to convey is showing what we did so much online, and then we involved so many people, and the only reason that this was a success is because it was face-to-face interactions driving this thing.
communiTV, a study of the use of community-oriented television, both from the perspective of public access TV and public broadcasting. Community memory, the idea of a community developing the ability to record and store our personal and neighborhood stories, and then retrieve them later.
Build some art bikes here and teach the children how to build some art bikes. So that's what we're doing. We have some fantastic art bikes. We just finished the last 4 days. We had 4 days to build them.
I am a veteran of World War II, where I served most of my time in Europe. We started out in North Africa, went up through Italy, then into France, and into Germany and Austria.
We just happened upon Nightfall, and it's great. There's awesome people here. We saw some awesome bikes, and we are having a fabulous time.
Extreme Makeover Neighborhood Association Meeting. This was a look at how to supercharge a typical neighborhood association meeting and to make it into something more lively, more interesting, and more informative. The Folk Stomp, where we traveled to St. Elmo for this combination of workshops, classes, and performances for these traditional forms of expression.
Let a working girl lay down.
That makes sense what I'm saying?
It's great. Just, okay, get it ringing right here down here first.
It's also possible for one foot to dance folk tempo and the other foot house tempo. You have that situation.
And the wide open floor. a series of variety showcases in Chattanooga featuring glimpses of local artists and the way they communicate.
All my thoughts to fly with them to Okefenokee or the Gulf Coast of Florida. The cranes arrive, bring their news of winter. I drew up some coal from deep in the winter's well. Things were getting so hot, I felt like I was living in hell.
Summer vacationers bound on long, hot daydreams of Florida zoom by our front door, spending the day over and over until it finally settles exactly where it began.
And you know it's something fast, just like they say nothing good ever lasts. Go on now, kiss it goodbye, but hold on to your lover, 'cause your heart's bound to die. Go on.
In addition to discussions and writing summaries on each of the weekly case studies, the students are also developing their own personal case study on a topic of their choice on how to improve community communication. In conclusion, this first class was a new way to try to confront the inefficient and ineffective sharing of information in our community. It started to clear the path for a better understanding and new ways to apply the lessons of communication that we've been learning. And this first class was a success.